Rebel ships are coming into our sector.
Good. Our first catch of the day.
Stand by, ion control. Fire.
The Empire Strikes Back is chock full of excellent spaceships, both famous and obscure. There's a reason it's arguably the most popular Star Wars film. In this week's video, we'll continue our examination of the ships in each Star Wars movie and show. I am Joey from Radio Free Coruscant, and this is every ship and vehicle in The Empire Strikes Back. The film opens with an Imperial II-class Star Destroyer deploying Viper probe droids in probe-mate hyperspace pods. The Star Destroyer is unidentified in the movie, but Wikipedia states that ISD's Avenger and Stalker were involved in launching these pods, so presumably it is one of the two. One of the pods lands on the frozen planet Hoth, where it is spotted by Luke Skywalker aboard his trusty Tauntaun. This creature is neither a ship nor a vehicle, but it's my video and I make the rules. There are a number of ships in the Rebel hangar on Hoth. We see 2 T-65 X-Wings, as well as 4 Incom T-47 snowspeeders. These were a light airspeeder produced by Incom and modified by the Alliance for use in the extreme cold of Hoth. Finally, barely visible at the edge of the frame, is an LC-10BW laser ice cutter used by the Rebel Alliance to, as you would imagine, cut the ice to create and maintain their base. It's also possible that this is instead the nearly identical Rebel cannon sled that we will see later. Either way, this vehicle is so obscure that I'd be willing to bet that more people have seen the Lego set of it than have seen the sled itself in the movie. As we move through the hangar, we see several more snowspeeders and X-Wings, a Rebel troop cart, and the Millennium Falcon undergoing some repairs. The Rebel troop cart is a different, more practical personnel transport than the ones seen on Yavin 4. This model is larger, better protected, and capable of carrying 6 passengers. No new ships are seen for quite some time, but we see several of the existing ships again, including our first time seeing the snowspeeder in flight. Finally, though, the probe droid makes contact with the Empire, and we see the Star Destroyers of Death Squadron orbited by a patrol of TIE fighters and TIE bombers. Death Squadron is composed of ISD's Devastator, Conquest, Avenger, Stalker, Tyrant, and Ultimatum, as well as the new Super Star Destroyer Executor. Back on the Rebel base, we see the Rebellion's GR-75 medium transports being loaded for evacuation. The first GR-75, Quantum Storm, departs the base accompanied by 2 X-Wings and a volley of bolts from the planetary ion cannon. Unfortunately, the rest of the evacuation wouldn't be as painless as the first escaping transport, as the all-terrain armored transport walkers of Blizzard Force arrive. They are engaged by Rogue Squadron's snowspeeders, who manage to destroy several of them. Blizzard Force is accompanied by several all-terrain scout transport walkers. The Rebellion has secondary vehicles as well, in the form of a couple of the aforementioned cannon sleds. The last few Rebel ships, such as Luke's X-Wing, the Millennium Falcon, and the GR-75 Bright Hope, flee the base as Vader's forces breach it. However, the Falcon's escape is short-lived as their hyperdrive is broken, leading to a chase between it and several TIE fighters. They attempt to escape again, but their hyperdrive repairs were unsuccessful, so they feign an attack on the Star Destroyer Avenger, and after buzzing the tower, they hide by attaching the ship directly to the back of the Avenger. This works and tricks Captain Nida into believing the ship is gone. He takes a TIE SH command shuttle to the Executor to apologize to Vader in person.
Apology accepted, Captain Nida.
The Avenger dumps its trash before jumping to hyperspace, and the Falcon undocks and floats away with it, finally escaping the Imperial fleet. Unfortunately, the bounty hunter Boba Fett had the same idea and hid his ship Slave 1 in the very same garbage pile to hide from Hoth. Slave 1 is a highly modified Firespray 31 class patrol and attack craft, a very rare gunship designed for law enforcement and prisoner transport. Fett pursues the Falcon until he can be certain of its destination, which is the gas giant Bespin. Upon arriving several days later, the Falcon is met by several Storm 4 twin-pod cloud cars, an airspeeder used by the Bespin Wing Guard to patrol the skies around Cloud City. Cloud City was an enormous colony city suspended by repulsor lifts in the upper atmosphere of Bespin. It was primarily a mining colony producing the Tibanna gas used in blasters, but the upper levels contained many luxury resorts and casinos. Numerous cloud cars buzz about the city, both as defensive patrols and sightseeing tours. Other airspeeders can be seen too. The city is also flanked by several mining platforms. After a lengthy debacle, the now carbon-frozen Han Solo is loaded via repulsor sled onto Slave 1. An unidentifiable ship is visible behind Lando and company as they try to get to Slave 1 in time to recover Solo. Perhaps it's some kind of luxury yacht bringing one of the company's shareholders to Cloud City's resorts. It certainly looks more fancy than utilitarian. As Lando alerts the residents to the Imperial occupation of the city, a hover train can be seen flying by in the background of one of the new special edition outdoor shots. As the Millennium Falcon escapes, then comes back to rescue Luke, we see Lambda Shuttle ST-321, another special edition change. Resuming their escape, the Falcon is pursued by several TIE fighters and SSD Executor. Fortunately, they repair their hyperdrive moments before the Executor's tractor beams can lock onto them, and they rendezvous with the rest of the Rebel fleet. This fleet is commanded by the Redemption, an EF-76 Nebulon-B escort frigate converted into a hospital ship by the Rebellion. Nebulon-B frigates were originally Imperial ships, but so many of them have been stolen by the Rebellion that it is possible there are more in Rebel hands than Imperial ones. The Redemption is surrounded by a myriad of ships. Between the various fleet shots, I count at least one CR-90 Corvette, 6 GR-75 medium transports, 5 X-Wings, 5 Y-Wings, and numerous mystery ships that have never been shown in great detail. Many artists, including YouTuber E.C. Henry, modeler Mel's Miniatures, official Star Wars comic artists, and more, have given their renditions of what these ships could look like, but we may never know for sure. The most prominent among these are what appears to be a fuel tanker, some kind of small pod ship, and a very intriguing design with a boxy body and tall dorsal fin. I hope one day Lucasfilm releases HD photos of the actual filming miniatures for these and the other mystery ships, but sadly I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. Since they didn't do it for The Empire Strikes Back's 40th anniversary, they probably never will, though perhaps we can hold out hope for the 50th. According to E.C. Henry, there are photos of them available that he used to make his renditions more accurate, but I have never been able to find them myself. That's every ship and vehicle in The Empire Strikes Back. There were somehow simultaneously more and less than I expected. Let me know in the comments which ship introduced in this film is your favorite, and if you learned about any new ones today. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss Return of the Jedi. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. RFC, out.